Okay. Trade recap, how I made 1k in this was actually a long trade. I think it was 56 minutes. So yeah, it's quite a long trade. This trade was interesting as well, as you can probably see here. It wasn't market open at all. Okay, let's just get into it. I haven't done a trade recap in a long time, but we're back into it on the grind, you know. I was actually sick, so that's what happened. But yeah, anyways, high time frame, both ES and Q. Going into market open, I was bearish actually on NQ here because NQ we had created an SMT at the highs, and then we had London lows to take. So went down to the 1 hour here. We have boom, market opened 1 hour. You can see that we rebalanced straight here, but at market open, we were like drop down here, market open right here. Might as well just change this to New York. So market open 9:30 right here. Boom, what happened from market open was we just shot straight up. Now I did not look for longs here because shorts were the better play, because we had a short here on NQ, we had an SMT as well as rebounds to the high time frame gap here. A bit choppy ES as well here, kind of choppy here, no longer choppy. And honestly, longs were better for London session. Like, look at this clean London session. I don't know what's happening with PA. And my session is not delivering as good like as it once did, but that's probably because the government shut down and stuff, so eventually it'll get back to normal. But we take what we take, you know, A+ setups. London session was pretty good. Anyways, back to the point. As I was saying, we shot up in New York session. Of course, I can't even take a long here as well. Yes, we had the bearish SMT. Oh, why didn't you take the long in ES? Is because we were way too close to the draw. You can see the only draws here were this, and then after that we were just in this fat candle right here, and it was way too close. And market open, like in 1 minute of market open, you can see here in 1 minute 9:30 was just nothing, just bearish, and then 1 minute later 9:31 we already took like most of the liquidity that was there. And so longs were no longer the play for me after that. Longs were never the play, Longs were never the play because the bearish SMT there, too close to the draw. Market open was way too close to the draw. I was kind of thinking about longs on ES, but then once market open, we went way too close to the draw. You know, I'm not chasing PA on this. So yeah, boom. And then what happened? We just kept on pushing and pushing and pushing. And eventually, you can see on ES, we were so close to all-time highs. This kind of, honestly, like the discretion here. Here, we were so close to all-time highs. Just barely, edged it. So unfortunate for, you know, anyone who went to all-time highs probably got out and break even here. But right after that, we created a strong, very strong bearish SMT favoring ES. You can see, boom. And then we just, okay. Now that looks much better. I was wondering why, anyways. Yeah, so bearish SMT favoring ES. And after that, it was pretty clear, especially with the drops, you know, like look at this and look at this. Okay, looking at the 1 hour is not like going to give you any context, but we just started dropping after edging these highs. But of course, that doesn't really matter for me. The biggest thing was the SMT, very strong rebounds into this hourly. Okay, no, not there. Rebalance into this hourly. 15-minute gaps as well. 5-minute, there was a gap here that we retraced in, and then we had very strong moves down. Very, very strong moves. And then after that, it was quite simple then. You know, I just checked here. I wanted to see a closure below this just because this was a very strong move. We also had a gap here. And this over here, I did not like at all. This just straight up candles. I want to see some sort of strong movement down. This candle was pretty good for it, but then we had more confirmation. And then finally, we created a 5-minute, and we created another 5-minute SMT. 5-minute fair value gap, and flipped pretty clean from that. And then I took the short here. And the thing was, this trade, basically a bit of profit, a bit of loss, a bit of profit, a bit of loss. As soon as I entered, basically we were chopping around. And then in 1 minute, basically, we just went to TP. And the thing was there, honestly, if I'm being honest with this, this kind of did help quite a lot to go into TP, honestly. Basically, Trump increased tariffs on China, and so that dumped the markets. This is live, so you know it just happened. And after that announcement, you know, markets quite dumped, but the setup itself is still there, right? For my setup at least. I don't know what you trade, but my setup was there. Took it, so I'm fine with it. And yeah, you learn. This year there was a 15-minute here that I was going to journal that, but yeah, you learn. You literally learn from every single trade. Like here, I kind of forgot. Right here, we have the 15-minute. I needed that confirmation, but then I forgot it because I entered 2 minutes after this was formed, and then I completely forgot about that. And so I did get kind of caught in that. I got caught in that chop because that 15-minute right here, I wanted to see get invalidated, but then I forgot about it. Well, I never actually wanted to see it get invalidated because I never crossed my mind in the first place that, you know, we were creating a gap here. But yeah, that is one thing that I'll improve upon. But besides that, everything was everything was pretty clean on this trade. And I don't think, yeah, we were going to go, don't think I have anything else left to say. I mean, besides the fact that I could have closed here. This was New York close. New York close right here, 9:30. New York close got hit. You can see New York close got hit. I could have easily closed there, secured like maybe 400 profit. But the point is not that. The point is not, you know, just doing what you know you need to do and sticking to your risk management and sticking to your model and not doing anything else just because of your emotions. Because eventually then you're going to pay your profits back anyways. And so yeah, that's about it. Pretty good setup. Yeah.